Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Yes, Big Cat. Their karmic debt must and will be paid. The planetary energies are as we kick our way into this glorious day, gifted to us by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. We have a waxing, given us moon in Virgo, trining Mercury in Taurus. A waxing gibbonous moon is fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Why? It's a chance for you to align, right, your hopes and your wishes with what the universe is about to deliver unto thee. And a trine, we love a trine. Why? It's about the opportunities, darling dears, and taking advantage of the opportunities. Yes, baby. Why? Otherwise, it's a comfort zone, Big Cat, and that's kryptonite to a big cat. Wah! As I was saying, a waxing gibbonous moon in Virgo, trining Mercury in Taurus. A chance for you to hone your plans so that you're ready to take action when you get the chance. As a big cat, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready when you needs to be ready. We also are still in the throes, in the middle of Mercury retrograde in Taurus. If you want to know how it's going to be affecting your rising sign, please go and watch my reading that says, at first they gossiped and laughed, and now they take note in silencio. In silence, darling dear. Why? Because I do the astrologies at the beginning, and all of the rising signs and the Mercury retrograde is at the beginning of that read. Anyhow, we must press on at a hot trot. Why? Because, bestie, I told you, they've got to pay their karmic debt. It must and will be repaid in full. Karma is a Sanskrit word, darling dears, and it means action. And while the emphasis is on their actions, the things they are saying, they are doing, what they did, and how they're thinking about you, Big Cat, and others who they want to go down Bobby Brown. It's really the intent behind their action that represents their karma. Their intent, darling, they meant to do it, and they're not sorry. They're glad it happened to you. They wanted to do you more. They wanted to continue to sock it to you for air, Big Cat. Well, guess what? I think not. Scott hair. Job 4:8 says those that plow iniquity and sow trouble will get what they sowed, darling dear. They shall reap what they sowed. Isaiah 48:22. Love it. I don't hate it. Why? Because there is no rest for the wicked, blood. Yeah. Karmic debt is accrued negative karma. They are persistently stuck in negative cycles of some kind. This might manifest as cyclical difficulties with finances, addictions, or emotional instability. They're what? Crack on crazy in their craniums, darling. Their paranoia knows their address. They have a history of toxic, abusive, or difficult relationships. They are struggling with irrational fear of some kind. And they have a pattern of not forgiving easily. Thanks, son. You can easily glance at their birth natal chart, or even from the day of their birthday. You can see whether or not they've come into this life with built up karmic debt. And you can see by their behaviors that they've done nothing to change said karmic debt, not to repay it, so they've piled more on top of it. by their birth date, it could be the 13, the number 13, the karmic debt number 13. This is associated with someone who is lazy and selfish, darling dear. The number 14, the karmic number 14, is about abuse of freedom, whether through indulgence or dominating others. And that could be abuse of freedoms by the telling of tall tales. Someone who's a chatty patty, likes to talk about other people's business in order to curtail their freedom. They like to gossip. They're a merchant of slander. Good God. Nearly had to rip, well I did, I had to rip off my glasses and pinch the bridge of my nose. Listen. A karmic debt number of 16, darling dears. They have a very strong ego, failed relationships, difficulty connecting with others, and they have an egotistical streak, right? An egotistical streak. The karmic debt number is also number 19, indicates someone who has abused their power in a past life and caused people to suffer. Yes, baby, so they're possibly living in sufferation. These people are selfish and manipulative, possibly even narcissistic, darling dears. And are very concerned with public appearances, how they look in public, darling dear. They want to be perceived as being successful. Their name is Hyacinth or Horace Bucket. They get no bouquet. Karmic debt numbers can also be found by calculating the personality number. This is, you do that by adding together the month and the day of their birth. You can also do it find it through the life path number, where you add up the full birth date. So if they're the 7th of, January 1974, it's 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 4. And then you add that number, then yes, baby. That's how you get it, right? You can get it from their expression number by adding together the letters of their name. I personally like to use the Pythagorean method of adding up numbers, darling dear. Some people use the Caladian method, but I like the Pythagorean method personally, right? Okay then, let's go in, big cat. Are you ready? Let's slide on in and see what's going on with those that must and will repay their karmic debts. Let's get Runestone and kick it off. Oh, they've got a duo, darling dears. We have what? Bacana. When you cast runes, you read them from right to left. Bacana is represented by the Empress in tarot. It's in the upright, by the way. So this is a mother energy, someone who should have been nurturing, darling dear. You also have what? The Sun energy on its face, darling dear. This person gave bad counsel or took bad counsel about you, darling dear. They have the what? The wrath of God on their back, like white on rice. They're beefing with God. Good golly and gosh. Good luck with that, mate. How can you beef with God? 820 on the counter. They like people to be gullible, so they are a confidence trickster, darling dears. This is someone that likes to pretend to be your face, but pretend to be a friend to your face, but behind their back, listen, they've got an axe for your back, darling. They're not even a knife for the tabaration. They're a back tabber. They get no S. Represented by the letter S, the numbers 76, 77, 78, and 79. The Sun energy in the reverse speaks about what they're going through a season of negativity, sadness, and failure. As we speak, darling dears, so they must go through it. That's their business. They beg for it. They didn't fix any karma that they came into this life with. They added more. Just saw 0909 on the counter. Bacana, this could be a female energy, darling dear, but you know gender is fluid in tarot, so it's a Mitch bitch or a bitch Mitch. This is someone who likes the finer things in life, right? Yes, baby, because Bacana, the Empress energy, is represented by Earth as well as Venus energy, so they like the finer things in life, darling dear, and they like to put up appearances, right? Sun energy on its face speaks about inner child wounding, darling dear. They take their wounds out on other people. It speaks about destabilized relationships that they're going through, darling dear. They're always getting nasty surprises. Possibly their partner is what? A dick-dealing mattress back from the pits of hell. Yeah. This person is not in a stabilized relationship, darling dears. Well, it's stable. It's full of wickedness. If they've got progeny, their progeny abuse them, darling dear. Or they don't want progeny because they know that they will bleed their wickedness onto said progeny. Just saw 1010 on the counter. Yes, baby. 1010 is about breakthrough. The energy, darling dears, of the Empress on her face. Good golly and gosh. This person or people, darling dear, they're extremely lazy and dependent, right? Yes, baby. And at this moment in time, they're going through some kind of creative block. What do you mean? The merchant of slander can't find a new lie to tell? Oh, child, I told you they're beefing with God. Their mouths are about to be shut as their eyes are open to the wickedness that they created for themselves, darling dears. Let's press on, big cat. Let's press on. Let's get a domino involved before we move on. Oh, we have the energy of the 8, darling dear. This is the number of infinity. It's also the number of what? Yin and yang. Yes, baby. Light and darkness, darling dears. The energy of the 8 speaks about what? They feel like they've accomplished something in their life. They mastered some kind of action that empowered them. I told you. They are what? In karmic debt, darling dear. The Sanskrit is all over them, mate. Their actions and their words. The deeds that they perpetrated against many an innocent cat, darling dear. Well, guess what? The cat is about to rise as the Big Cat Chronicles continues. The numerology of the 8 is what? Is ruled by number 8 is ruled by Capricorn Saturn energy, darling dears. So they get in the rules and regulations as they're beefing with God. This is someone who lacked the what? Giving and receiving in circumstances and situations. The 3 and the 5 speaks about what? They have a visitor coming to their door, darling dears. Could be a bill collector or somebody wanting to punch them in their eye chakra for something that they said or done. Or they're with a partner who their partner's partner is about to visit unto them, darling dear. They're in a what? A dastardly throuple. A throuple! Because the energy of the high priestess, intuition, darling dear. This person meditated, planned, they wished negative thought, darling dear. They spent many a night thinking about you, big cat, wanting your end. But the energy of the 3 also speaks about a throuple. A throuple! Yes, baby, they have a visitor coming to their door. Is it a bill collector or somebody who wants to what? Come and what? Take it out on their ass. Let's get some planetary energies. Well, we already said the planetary energies, Freudian slip, meant to come out, darling dears. But we already saw that the planetary energies are leaning, big cat, because we already looked at the planetary energies. We've got to speak about it again. It came out. We've got what? A waxing gibbonous moon in Virgo trining, trining Mercury in Taurus. Mercury is about what? Having a rational mind. It's also about manifestation mode. Mercury also rules Gemini, which is the house of communications, darling dears. It also is the house that rules distant relatives as well as siblings and neighbors. You're going to hear something about them, darling dear. Taurus is about values. They lack in values and morals and integrity. And it also speaks about possessions. Maybe they're getting something repossessed. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in their mud hut. I'm too busy minding my own business. Unless we're looking at the cards, bestie. Pinkies up. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoked. Transformation, yeah? Transformation. Big cat, you've learned to walk with the wise. You indeed have become wise. And remember, Proverbs 18:6, a fool's mouth will always invite a beating. Proverbs 13:20, as I said, walk with the wise and you'll be wise. And the best mistake to learn off is someone else's blood. Take note and don't do what they did. Because karma is a patient gangster and it's not discriminatory and they're going through it, blood. Hawky sticks at dawn in the mud hut. That's what? 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane in the district of the damned. Yes, baby, they went for a free ride on the spiritual short bus, sat up front next to the driver. Let's get the ancestral, oracle ancestral message around this. Let's get the deck that I want to use. Base of the deck, I told you, ritual, darling dear. Bad luck has followed them and they disgust you amongst many. Green is about the heart chakra. This is somebody who you gave your heart to, or you love them, darling dear. You gave them what? The unconditional love. And they gave it to you without the Vaseline. Oh well, like I said, Proverbs 18:6, a fool's lips will always invite a beating. A lot of them led with what? Ephesians 5:6, deceit with empty words. Listen, somebody also tried to entrap you, darling dear, in some kind of a contract, some kind of spell work, darling dear. Well, guess what? Isaiah 54:17, no weapon that they formed against you was allowed to prosper. Why? Because you're a big cat. 555 on the counter. It speaks about constructive change. You released yourself from that situation. It speaks about travel. Maybe you traveled away from it, or they have to travel to get to your domicile. It also speaks about you being versatile at this moment in time, as they was trying to be versatile with the spellcast station on you. The energy and the numerology of the 5 is ruled by Mercury as well as Neptune energy. For the what? Frenemy, darling dear. As well as what? Karmic debt has found their address. Yes. All of this and that, big cat. They wanted one more round, Julie, with your energies. But whatever they sent your way, darling dears, it's returned to sender. Base of the deck, we've got air energy. Air energy is about being elusive, darling dear. But it speaks about communication as well as intentions that were set against you. They tried to speak something into existence in your life, darling dear. But it's also about you getting the clarity about it now. The air energy also represents the direction of east. Maybe they're from an eastern culture, or they live in the direction of the east. Southeast, I don't know, darling dear. Whatever. Or the east, darling dears. The air energy, darling dears. Lean in, big cat. Lean in. It's represented by the spring weeks. So we're still at the end of the tail end of spring. So something major is about to kick off in their way, darling dear. Yes, baby. Whatever they wanted for you, the intentions, the words, the thinking, the actions, the rituals, whatever they did against you, big cat, they're about to be paid in full. The karmic debt must and will be repaid. Air energy also speaks about what? Clarity, darling dears. This seems like a healing wind that's been blown over you, darling dear. Why? We've got the energy of the blue. The blue speaks about what? You gave trust and loyalty to a situation. You always spoke the truth, right? And it also speaks about you getting what? Serenity, peace, darling dear, which can't be bought or bartered. Why? Because you went into your spirituality. You didn't seek revenge, darling dear. You just asked for strength, wisdom, and guidance. 1818 on the counter. Double moon energy, darling dears. Oh gosh, they tried it. And now they're going to be crying into their fist. That's their business. Let that budget just stay with them. Yeah. Base of the deck, darling dear. Told you they're about to be revealed. Their actions are about to be revealed. And I told you they have a visitor coming to their door. Somebody who was concealed, possibly by their skullduggerous partner, or it could be their progeny, darling dears, or someone who is a fakeazoid friend to them. It's about to be what? Jettisoned into their life. I told you they're beefing with God. So many bad things could be manifesting on they, them, and You've learned, big cat, not to cast your pearls before a swine. Let's have a quick look at the charm and see where the dummy bat is. Right? Where is the dummy bat? The dummy bat is right here. Hey! Big cat. Next to the what? OMG. Next to the what? Leaning big cat, the high priestess energy, and it was reversed. I told you, spell work. They was doing spells against you, darling dear. But we also have the infinite sign. We already saw that it's returned to them. And look, the devil energy walking towards them. Can you see it all, big cat? Drop down and get your eagle on. Yeah, the devil energy coming towards them. The swords in reverse, darling dear. They told a lot of lies about you. They didn't want you to have no healing in your life. Yes, baby. They wanted what? A sudden change. But whatever they tried to do to you, the tower is all the way over there. It can't touch you. And if they're in a relationship, we've got the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. It's a dysfunctional, heinous cycle of wickedness, darling dear. Wickedness. Yeah, we're seeing it all now, darling dear. We're seeing it all now. The last one to come up was the Judgment, darling dear, and the Big Cat. Your back is turned to all of this shit now. It's nothing to do with you. You didn't wish ill on them, darling dear. You wanted them to still eat, but not from your table. Many of you have already removed yourself from this situation, but then I go through it like time is like a piece of rope, my mother always said. Let's carry on at a hot trot. Let's get the deck of the wicked out first. There is some good in this bad. Intel for the Big Cat, please. Intel for the Big Cat. What's this? Moving in silence, right? Stealth mode. Shut up. He's the island of Stevie Wonder. You don't speak to this person, yet they are still what? Perpetrating the Chinese whispers. What did I say? This gossiping marauder, right? Listen, they was never your friend. If it was a family, they never liked you. They never liked your light. You shone too bright, darling dear. You was always a victim of hate from the gate. They always hated your guts. Look, and there was always a predator in your life, right? They saw you as prey, easy pickings. They've got what? Anger and emotional issues. Listen, they need to go and see a counselor that will direct them to the psychologist that will direct them to an exorcist, darling dears. That's what they need to do. Right, let's carry on, Big Cat. Let's carry on. See what else is going on here. Because something is about to be revealed, darling dear, unmasked. Something that was hidden in the dark. They possibly masked their behaviors. Empress energy next to the sun. They never showed their true self, darling dear. There always was a mask-wearing marauder. Because they lacked in true self-esteem, darling dears. And the circumstance that they find themselves in, their self-esteem is in the gutter. The gutter! Let's get the black on gold deck and see what's going on. Base of the deck, you moved on from them mentally and emotionally. It also speaks about even moving on the GPS, so you don't really live in the vicinity that they live in. Let's give it a go. Oh God, these cards are so slippery. Just like them, darling dear. These slippery cards. Let's give it a good shorty. Let's see where I go on. I think I'm going to clarify with the... Where is it? I'm going to clarify with the gold deck. We'll be clarifying the reverse cards if any come out. These cards will stop sliding around. That's how they slid over your name, darling dears. And you ran for them. You was living rent-free in their mind because they was waiting for you to be stuck. Look, you don't speak to them. The cards are difficult to go together. They saw you. They was a predator. They always saw you as prey. They've got emotional issues, right? Yeah. They don't like the fact that you are what? Working on yourself. 11-11 fade, darling dears. 11 speaks about your work ethic. This is about building a new foundation. 11 is the ones is a spiritual number. Maybe you have a soul family, darling dear, truly coming in. They don't like the fact that you're able to what? Build a stable foundation. They're not happy about that. The Four of Wands in the upright, I might add, is represented by what? Big Cat, Aries plus Venus energy. You could have been in a romance with this person, darling dear. But it also speaks about something significant happened at some kind of family gathering. It could have been a wedding party, a wedding engagement, even a funeral, darling dear. Whatever the situation and circumstances for you, but something significant went down. Nine of Cups, they're not emotionally fulfilled at this moment in time. They're not happy. Very unhappy, darling dears. And it's also speaking about unhappiness within the what? The home environment. A lot of destabilization there. Yes, because the devil is in the details, in the reverse. This is a situation that you've released yourself from what? The negative chains that bound you, darling dears. Base of the deck, High Priestess energy next to the devil. This person wished badness on you. This also speaks about moon magic, because the High Priestess is ruled by the moon. Yes, baby. And it also speaks about what? This person also, because the High Priestess also speaks about feelings and emotions. If you told them on anything of a personal level, they told many toxic people about this situation. Lots of reverse cards here, darling dears. Lots of reverse cards. Got 2, 4, 6. Let me get one more card. Pull it from the middle. Yes. So whatever they was looking for, mate, it's going to find their address. 2 of Cups. The money situation that they're in, the money's not good, darling dear. They're trying to work out some kind of way. They're trying to manifest a new beginning. But the devil is in the details, darling dear. Because the karma is found their address. This person is still obsessively jealous of you, darling dears, watching your everything. It also speaks about having gotten tarot readings on you, darling dears. They got a reading on you, right? King of Swords. And they know that you're not coming back. This is telling me that you are slow to speak. It speaks about analyzing a situation, right? And making a judgment call. You made a judgment call, darling dear, to leave a situation. And you was right. And you didn't leave it a moment to smell these flipping cards, mate. What's this? Look, the stabation, the gossip, the subterfuge bull swanky. What they wish for you, they're being discussed by a whole village of idiots, darling dears. Their finances being spoken about. If they're in a relationship, it's toxic to the core. People are talking about that. She's naive, darling dears. It also speaks about they're hiding some kind of an addiction. It could be to what? The physical pleasure. It could be to the drugs, the alcohol, everything, darling dear. But it also speaks about some kind of emotional damage. They never show their true emotions, darling dears. They hold back like, everything's okay. But it's not okay, blood. It's not. Let's give these cards a good shufti and clarify what we see here. Clarify this home environment, darling dears. Which is what? A tissue of lies. There's a lot of emotional abuse going on in that situation. The devil is in the details, darling dears. Capricorn as well as Saturn energy. In the reverse. Good golly and gosh. It speaks about what? They're wanting to be liberated from a situation, but the karma is on them. The karmic debt has to be paid, right? This speaks about some kind of celebration or celebration with feminine energy, darling dears. Maybe you've had some kind of a celebration. They see that you're celebrating your life. The 4 of Wands speaks about what? A stable foundation, base of the deck. You're no longer emotionally what? Upset about the situation. You've washed your face like David. You may have felt guilty for a certain time, but you no longer feel guilt, right? And you are no longer feeling any form of regret or remorse. You just don't feel anything, base of the deck. You poured away the situation. This is about you having healed about the situation, having washed your face like David. Some of you may even have what? A platform online, darling dears. It speaks about fame. You're being watched, darling dear. They're watching you heal, or maybe you're possibly healing others. Emotional healing, whatever it is, darling dear. Intuitive. Maybe you are helping people to move on emotionally, and they're watching this and they're not happy about it. This is about emotional disturbance, and as well as an emotionally abusive situation, which is a burden to them that they would like to release. Base of the deck. But your ancestors, their ancestors, is not allowing it, darling dear. They have to live through the karma that they've created for themselves. Temperance energy on its face, darling dears. Good golly and gosh. It also speaks about they didn't think about the long-term vision. They didn't think about the back end. This is someone who's unable to save any form of money, darling dears. Some of them also what? They're in the background looking at everything you've done. Secretly, they admire you, but they'd never admit it in public, darling dear. This person is toxic to the core. 2 of Cups, 2 different decks, darling dears. Can you see everything that's going on? Yeah. The devil is in the details. This is karma that you can't wash off, mate, right? They made some kind of a contract. They're going through what? Betrayal as we speak, darling dear. Betrayal. Highly intuitive. You know this, High Priestess. You're no longer working with them. And again, it speaks about their finances, darling dear, as well as their mental health is being tested in a toxic situation. Temperance. There's no balance in the situation. It also speaks about a lot of impatient energy, a lot of agitated, anxious, nervous energy at this moment in time. Yeah, with something that they built on, darling dear. Underneath the High Priestess, clarify this. What did I say? They're losing money in a situation. They've lost a lot of money in a situation. High Priestess is something to do with relationships, darling dear. A relationship that they built as a solid foundation. But they're getting their karma. I told you, their karmic debt must and will be paid based on the deck. They're looking at things from a different perspective. What's this that fell out? Yeah, they know that you've gone. You've flown the coop, darling dear. You didn't want to be with the chicken heads. They know that there's no new opportunity with you again. They can't get another opportunity. As I said, they've got anger as well as emotional issues. They went to many darling dears and told them your personal business. They're even discussing your finances. Them are contra pentacale, yes baby, but it's not from a position of strength, darling dear. In the upright, this is someone who avoids drama, not being tempted off their flip-flop. They ain't even got a flip-flop in the reverse. Common sense is not their go-to move, right? Yes, baby. This also speaks about someone who likes to avoid a situation, Seven of Swords, right? But they're trying to get away from the drama and the trauma that they've caused. But the Tower moment, I told you, this is their karma for them to actually what? Endure. Toxic to the core, darling dears. Clarify the Three of Cups on its face. Yeah. Listen, they're with someone, this is someone that is surrounded by disloyalty in every which way, including their progeny is disloyal, darling dears. Yeah, and they're what? A liar. They've got two progenies in particular that is what? Spendthrifts, they're liars, they lie on them, darling dear. And it also speaks about they've told their progeny, they told one of their progeny in particular a deep dark secret that would create a tower moment in their life. And that progeny is what? Using it to get them by their proverbial balls, darling dears. King of Pentacles. They took a gamble and a risk. They're watching you be an entrepreneur, build a business, a stable business, darling dears. They see you as being highly intelligent in juxtaposed to the King of Swords. And they are stressed out about this, darling dear. They know that what they've done. They know what they did, darling dear. They manifested that she's naive. What's this? They was always disloyal, darling dear. And what they wanted for you, what they spoke on, held rituals on, darling dear, contemplated on you into the dark of night, darling, in the deep dark of night. It's on them. In the upright, the Knight of Pentacles is something that's slow in coming. In the reverse, it's already arrived, blood. This person or people can't contact you. They can't in no way, shape or form. You've got your block game for the gods. King of Swords. You ended that situation, but it hasn't ended their spying. These mouth breathers are watching, darling dear. And as I said, the gossip, the words and everything is being turned back on them. Yeah. Disingenuous people around them. Lots of gossip, lots of lies, darling dears. Queen of Wands. The spell word of this Jezebel spirit is on them. Split the deck. King of Swords again, two different decks. You know who these people are, darling dears. It also speaks about someone looking at your intelligence. They didn't think you was intelligent enough to achieve what you've achieved. You've turned your whole life around. You've healed from this situation. You're no longer emotionally attached to what they did. What did I say? Nine of Cups in the upright, darling dear. They did a lot of injustices against you in the dark. This is the talking, the gossiping, the spell work. Well, the Wheel of Fortune has found their address, darling dear. They're going through fate and destiny. They were destined to do this. This is someone or someone that came into this life with karmic debt on them. And they were supposed to do the opposite to what they actually did. And now they must live amongst their what? The bill that must be paid. Oh, the Devil card came back out in the upright, darling dears. This person has got a lot of addictions or addictive behavior. It also speaks about codependence, darling dears. They're codependent on what? Negative people. Or on keeping up appearances, darling dears. This is someone who what? Drama follows them everywhere they go. They're always in some kind of dramatic situation. Lots of gossip. And it also speaks about their mental health, darling dear. And where are they getting their answers? From their leader, the devil himself, darling. They are chained and bound by some kind of skullduggerous spell castation. They try to throw you away. Let's get another deck. Good God. Let's get another deck. We use the vice versa tarot deck, darling dear. Keeping your circle tight and right. This has got pictures on both sides, darling. They just split the deck. Like I said, you're healing from the betrayal that they tried to perpetrate against you. You heard the bell, confirmation, darling dears. What else? Yeah, look. It fell out again. You've healed from what they said, darling dear. They said words, wicked words, darling dears. And it also speaks about what? Someone who should have spoke on your behalf. They were silent, darling dear, because they wanted to avoid the backlash. They wanted it to always look good, darling dear. But this is what? This is no victory. This is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Six of Swords speaks about moving on mentally from the situation, but this is the Six of Wands. What they did when they didn't stand up for you in a situation, darling dear, is on them. This person is being attacked by the people that they try to lord over. Good golly and gosh, Two of Wands. Toxic, darling dear. Toxic to the core. I told you they've got incoming. The karmic debt must and will be paid. They had you as a victim of hate, darling dear. Yeah. Look. Hold on a minute. Where's my all-seeing portal? What's this that I see? You're holding your holy grail, the Ace of Cups, darling. Yes, the Ace of Cups speaks about a new beginning. It also speaks about your emotions, your relationships, but it also speaks about your intuitive nature. As I said, you was intuitively guided to leave that situation, go into smoother waters, calmer waters. This shady character in the background is the devil energy. Can you see it? They never wished you well, darling dear, but you're covered by the green. This is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is represented by the day of Thursday. It also represents the north, or as I like to see it, as the north node. You are living in your north node, utilizing your superpowers to the core, darling dears. It's represented by Archangel Gabriel. Call him at any time for what? Protection and guidance. This is about you what? Trusting in the future that you are moving towards, darling dears, with gratitude and acceptance. That you can't what? Help dummy backs. You've got to leave them to their own karma. King of Wands, current energy. They're focused on you, darling dears. They're seeing you as what? A natural born leader, right? Possibly a public speaker, but it also speaks about using what? Your spiritual energies for this new beginning that you've created. You've also got what? The Three of Cups, darling dears, in the reverse. I told you they're going through some kind of negative cycle, a throuple. They gossiped about you and now they're being gossiped about. Moon energy. This is the fake friend, the negative energy, King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles speaks about somebody who's on the top of their game. Maybe you have a new partner coming towards you, darling dears. A more loyal partner. It could be romantic, it could be a friendship, right? Yeah. Someone who is not coming with any baggage, right? Look, the devil energy fell on them in the reverse. Two different decks, darling dears, right? A situation that they'd like to what? Turn their back on. They want a new beginning, darling dear. They want to know how you was able to bend the matrix and remove yourself from those circumstances and situations. As I said, they are seated in what? Negativity. They've got emotional as well as anger issues, right? And this is a fool, and a foolio will always be surrounded by fools. The rinse and repeat of negative cycles. The devil in the details, darling dears. We've got the Knight of Wands in the upright. This was a fickle person in your life, right? Here, there, and everywhere, especially with your business. They didn't wish good for you. Tower moment is on them. I told you, mate, they're going through it. This karmic debt must be paid. You deal with them like the Queen of Swords, right? Ten of Pentacles. This is you protecting yourself. Protecting what? The loyalty that is being drawn to you, darling dears. The Queen of Swords is highly intelligent. It also speaks about you communicating some kind of words to them, darling dear. Maybe you had what? You met them, or you said something you said, darling dear, when you cut that umbilical cord of what? Karmic soul tie, darling dears. The Ten of Pentacles speaks about family. It was a family member, right? Look, High Priestess in the reverse. This is the spell work, which is on them. They're going through karmic debt, darling dears. I told you, it has to be repaid. You also have what? The Sun energy in the reverse. This is no transformation, darling dear. They try to harm your inner child, darling dears. Yes, baby. We already saw the Moon energy for what? The secret enemies of it all. What's this? The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups, darling dears. You was the lotus, the lotus flower amongst all of those wicked ones, darling dears. You are walking towards your 10th cup, which is an Ace of Cups, a new beginning, new opportunities, because the Ace of Cups is filled with many things, a new partner, new relationships, opportunities. It's abundance, darling dear, success from your creativities, because you've had compassion to gift yourself with the self-love. And now you command everything, darling dear. Yes, the 3 of Pentacles in the upright, I might add, is Capricorn as well as Mars energy. New opportunities coming towards you. You make everything look easy. Law number 9. Law number 9, right? You're winning through your actions, not your words, as well as law number 8. Things are coming to you. Why? Because you have a clean heart as well as clean hands, darling dears. The 6 of Pentacles. They thought they was better than you, darling dear. They saw you as a minion, right? Well, guess what? They feel as though they have no closure with you. They would like for you to come back so you can be what? A folio. Baby, leave them where they are. They're basura, and they are getting what they deserved. What's that? What the duck got. What rhymes with duck, darling dear? Page of Swords. They're watching you, paying close attention to what you've got going on. That's all they can do. All eyes on the throne, yeah? But they better shut their mouth because they're beefing with God. They've got to take it up with God. You've got no more emotion to offer them. They're worried about what you can co-create. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles creates businesses. They're an entrepreneur. It could be a promotion of work. The Pentacles could also speak about you being in the health industry. You may be a counselor, a psychologist, darling dear. But you have healing hands. You help others. You give back. This is why you're being blessed, darling dears. You didn't allow those negative energies to bastardize your mind or your life. Love it. Don't hate it. What does Kipper say about this melee? Final messages for my big cats. All they can do is thunk about you, blood. You're always on their mind, rent free. Well, guess what? It's on a 16. I told you. They're going for a tower moment. A whole failure, darling dear. Some of them are feeling what? They feel like taking themselves out, and not for lunch, darling dear. So they're beefing with God, and they're thinking of taking themselves out, so they want to go and meet God with all that karma on them. And good gosh! Keep your expectations high. The 2 and 8 is the number of what? Wealth, darling dear. And the stable foundation that you're creating, right? Divine gifted you with a window, darling dears. They want to know what your window of opportunity is, as they are trapped in their tiny mind. Some of them could also be going to prison, because the tower could represent prison. And they're what? They're in a situation shit, darling dear. In prison with a rat. Yeah. And God is all up and over it. The high honor card. Listen. And every time they look at your social media, their heart goes boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. You are focused on the bag, darling dear, your health. Focus on you, darling dear, and leave them where they are. They are paying the karmic debt, darling dear. And remember, karmic debt falls on that person to their family, to the 2nd and 3rd generation. Their progeny is going through it. And I told you, they got 2 ill-begotten ones that don't really like them. What they were seeking, darling dear, was to bring change into their life. By what? Cursing your name. By giving out your business to people that didn't even know you, darling dears. And yet here you are with the change. The 9 is what? The Hermit energy. You isolated yourself for this new beginning. Again, we have the Moon energy as well as your progeny. This is a new beginning, darling dear. You know who these enemies are. Your intuition already told you this, darling dears. They're feeling extremely lonely in their situation, and you was lonely in their company. What's the point being around people that make you feel lonely? I'd rather be on my own, mate, listening to God and working in silence. Base of the deck, they're worried about you. Let them worry. On that note, I drops me mic. To love to my Teesprings, to love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. 43 on the counter. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. 43 goes down to what? A 7. You did a trust fall, darling dears, right? And this trust fall is giving you the adventure of a lifetime, which is coming from great wisdom. I already said, Proverbs 13:20, you learn to walk with the wise, so therefore you're wise. 44 on the counter. The 44 speaks about integrity as your foundation, darling dear. And it's manifesting what? A leadership role for you. And you never forget that your home is your temple, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. Their karmic debt must and will be paid. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot screens. Cat, cat.